Protesters say they are not giving up. Today, they organized a caravan that lined the perimeter of where Atlanta police plan to build a training facility in DeKalb County. Many of the protesters are coming in from out of state. CBS 46's Don Shipman live in South Atlanta tonight. And Don, after talking with protesters and police, what did they have to tell you?
So, Sean, the police have been here for much of the day, the protesters as well. And earlier in the day, we were there as the protesters gathered before their demonstration. They were putting together all of their signs and whatnot. One of the things that we noticed was that there were a lot of vehicles with out-of-state license plates. So I asked the local protesters about that. They tell me that they welcome the help.
It was about 2 weeks ago, security cameras captured this dramatic video of what police say are protesters throwing what appears to be Molotov cocktails and rocks at their officers. Today, protesters returning to the scene, blocking traffic along Old Constitution Road in South Atlanta.
But do you worry that it's souring your efforts here, your protest efforts as a local person when there's violence involved?
Well, it's a shame that when and if there's violence involved, and I think those incidents are pretty minor.
Protesters gathered early on in the day to make signs, discuss their action plan, and to meet one another, many of them traveling in from out of state.
There are people that are coming from other states and other countries that have dealt with, like pipeline issues, redwood forests, trying to save these natural spaces, and they're coming and they're showing people how to do it, and they're being welcomed.
The protesters are against the planned construction of the Atlanta Police Foundation's new public safety training center, which would mean cutting down trees to make room.
There's lots of wildlife out there. It's peaceful, fresh air, it's quiet, and it's relaxing. It's good for your head.
The training facility, which protesters call Cop City, will include classrooms, a shooting range, an emergency vehicle training course, and more. Some protesters see the planned center as an escalation into the militarization of police.
It's extremely important for us to be organized against Cop City because we recognize that the police are a militarized apparatus in our communities. They're not welcomed by our communities, and they oftentimes bring more harm into our neighborhoods or not oftentimes, they always bring more harm into our neighborhoods than any kind of safety for us.
And I did reach out to Atlanta police for a statement. They told me that they're moving forward with the construction of that facility, which will be built in that forest right there, scheduled to open in late 2023. I also asked Atlanta police about any arrests that were possibly made today. I'm still waiting to hear back on that aspect. For now, though, live here in South Atlanta, Don Shipman, CBS 46 News.